Jimmy Luck right now on Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane. Jimmy, rave reviews. I did a poll yesterday, and it's not official or anything, but I had about 1,200 votes. 90% said yes, and the folks that said yes wanted names, numbers, addresses of the folks that said no.
Yeah.
Well, we got it done. You got to push through. We had Twitter come through for us, so we're good to go now.
How excited are the people inside the building about teal? Why teal? Why did we go back to teal now?
Well, we kind of listened to the fans and the players, and they've kind of been calling it for a few years. I think anytime a new owner takes over, he kind of wants to put his little mark on things. And, it went through the same thing when I was with the Atlanta Falcons, and Mr. Blank bought the team and kind of changed the uniforms. Mr. Blank bought the team, kind of changed it up a little bit. And it's kind of funny. I guess the rumor was Mr. Blank didn't like teal, and that was never true. He just liked black better, and so he went with that. And then everybody just kind of realized, like, hey, maybe this is time to do it now. Everybody's kind of been wanting it. The all-teal game went over real well. So, with some of the NFL rules, you can't just change overnight. So it took a little bit to do it, but we did it as soon as we could.
I love the highlights of the press release, by the way, and one of them includes the Jaguars wore teal jerseys and white pants, and fans know this. I don't even have to tell them. During the 62-7 victory against Miami in the postseason, of course, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, win in franchise history. Tony Baselli matched up with Jason Taylor, held Taylor without a sack in a 28-21 victory against the Dolphins. The team donned teal jerseys and white pants that day. Keenan McCardell caught a 56-yard game-winning touchdown. So there's been some good moments all the way up to this recently. Jaguars wore teal jerseys, black pants in 2019 Thursday Night Football, of course, against Tennessee. 20-7 win. DJ Chark, Josh Lambo, all having big games. Josh Allen, a couple sacks. So it's been a pretty good uniform combination for the Jags. They've had some big-time moments along the way. Jimmy, what does this mean? Like, how often can the Jags wear teal? What does it do for the black combination, the white uniforms? Can you set us straight on that?
Yeah, so it basically, everybody's heard the word. It's our primary home jersey now. So pretty much any home game, we have the option to wear teal. Now, obviously, if it's September and it's 1,000 degrees out there for that first game, we're probably going to wear all white and make the other team wear a dark jersey to provide maybe a little bit of an advantage. But other than that, we probably will wear teal almost every game here in Duval. And, we kind of like to try to maybe keep it that way, that if if for some reason we do go back to London, we would probably continue to wear our black jerseys there. But anytime at home, if it's not super hot, I feel like we would wear the teal jerseys. And then if anybody tries to do that to us, to wear white at home early in the season, which some of the Florida teams do, we would wear our teal jersey for that.
Brent, are you listening? Competitive advantage.
Yes, very.
I told you it's a real thing, man. You don't want to listen to me. I'm telling you, that white jersey compared to, well, it used to be the black jersey, but now it's the teal jersey, makes all the difference in the world, man.
I don't know. He said a little advantage, not all the difference in the world. Jimmy said a little.
We saw Indianapolis come to town and absolutely wilt with that heat this past season. Jamie, I got to ask you, in terms of the locker room hype, obviously I'm sure the guys are excited and everything. Do you kind of have a feeling, though, like, are they going to lean more towards the black pants, the teal pants, or the white pants? Like, what would you say is the most popular combination involving the teal jersey?
I would probably say it will be the white pant, but that's something that we can go at any time. We just really have to declare the home jersey. So if we get on a little run and we wear the white pants and get a couple wins, we'll keep wearing them. Or we need to change up, we'll mix it up. I don't see us wearing all teal, but maybe once a year. Or something like that, kind of like the old Color Rush kind of theme. But it's whatever whatever we want. We'll kind of set some parameters. Probably early in the season we'll wear the teal jersey and white pants. Again, maybe because of the heat or something like that. But then, later in the season we'll probably at least mix in, like I said, the all teal once and at least the black pants once. But maybe we get hot and we just keep running it back.
Jimmy Luck with us here on Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau, a former Jags player, Austin Lane. And we're talking about teal being the primary color. Jimmy, the head equipment manager for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jimmy, Are you surprised at how much the fans love this stuff, get wrapped up in the uniforms? And you are like a rock star on Wednesdays, I think it is in the season. Maybe it's Thursdays when you're on Jaguars.com, one of the shows, and you announce it. I mean, you become a star. I don't know if you wanted to become a star, but you're a star. People can't wait to see what the combination is. Does that surprise you?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, the fans here are super passionate. It's a young fan base as well. And then, like you said earlier, anytime you think about the Jags, you see Baselli or Jimmy Smith or, any of the big highlights, they're wearing the teal jerseys. So even not being from this area, every time I always thought about the Jags, it was them wearing the teal jerseys. So, it's a fan favorite and a player favorite. So, I'm glad it's something that we could finally kind of bring back to them.
Can you tell us, I'm sure you've done this a million times, but what is the process? I really don't care about the uniforms as much, if I'm being honest. I like the teal.
That's your first mistake,
but
Brent.
I just don't look for the combination. I know everybody else does. I just
Better
don't
believe it.
So what is the process? Do you have a say in it? Does Austin Lane, as a former player, would he have a say in it during meetings, during a week? Will it now be Urban Meyer's decision? Who makes the call on what you guys are going to wear week to week?
Well, we have to wait for the schedule to come out. And then we'll look at that and say, okay, this is, September 2nd. It's going to be 1 o'clock at home here in Jacksonville, and it's going to be hot. So we'll wear all white for that. And then, okay, well, the next game is, at night. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely wear the teal jerseys and maybe black pants. Or if it's, a special game, we may, kind of do an all teal. But all we have to do is let the NFL know by June 1st what colored jersey we're wearing, and then it's up to us to decide what pant, and we can do that at any time. So we'll get a little bit of a feel from the players that are around. Hey, what do you guys want to wear? And from that standpoint, that's obviously discussed with Coach Meyer and Trent, and we'll kind of all sit down and go through that and say, hey, what do we want to do here, and kind of make a group decision. And then we present that with the players to say, hey, here we go. What color pants you guys want to wear?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So June 1st, and then obviously just the home games, and then you get dictated by the other visiting games that you'll have. So that's interesting.
I always found it fascinating because what people don't really see behind the scenes in an NFL locker room, just the type of relationship that a head equipment guy has with the players. Because, you see these guys every single day. You start developing friendships and everything because, let's be honest, they have all the swag. They have all the gear. You got to be nice to these guys. And they happen to be pretty nice as well. But with that being said, Jimmy, I want to ask you this. And now, listen, I'm not going to say Trevor Lawrence is coming to Jacksonville, but Trevor Lawrence is coming to Jacksonville. And
yes, he is.
Yeah, and with that being said, Trey Quinn was number 16. Trey Quinn is now on the Oakland Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. So the whole number thing is fine. But you've been
Poor
in a lot
Quinn,
of
man.
locker
He could have
rooms.
made a lot of money.
This is the question I'm getting to, Brent. We're sharing the same brain right now. You've been in a lot of locker rooms. I'm sure you've seen these dealings go down. I don't need the names, but what was the most expensive jersey number that a player ever bought because he wanted to switch numbers with somebody else?
I was going to say, I don't, 20 has been, 20,000 was a pretty high number. Wow. I've also heard of higher being turned down by certain people. It just depends on how bad they want it. I know when Mojo got here a long time ago, he wanted it, and I don't know what the price tag was, but it was offered, and he said, you know what, no, I'm good. I'll take 32.
It was too high.
That's right. So it was too high. So, you get, it just depends on how much a number means to somebody. But I will say, 16 is open. Number 1 is also open if we decide to go another route. So, a little bit of foresight. If we sign somebody new, I'm probably not going to put them in any one of those numbers. So just to try to save some hassle for everyone.
Jimmy, you're good at this. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that was pretty good, that 16 and 1 thing. I'm not sure we even heard the coaching staff and scouting staff put it in those terms right there.
I don't think so.
That was impressive. Any stories about Austin Lane, because you weren't here as the head man when Austin was here? Are there any lingering stories in that locker room?
Good there.
Do we know if Austin was a good tipper around the holidays or when the season was over?
I know he was a big baseball fan, and there was a lot of conversations back and forth about some baseball games with some of my assistants. So, but Austin was very well liked here, and I think we spent together an off season for a little bit, but yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get to do that, and I hadn't seen you guys much lately. You can't come in the locker room, and so I hadn't really been able to see you guys and check on y'all, make sure everybody's good.
Yeah, I know Jimmy's always really good to us, especially when we're on the road if we need to do something TV-wise, so we appreciate that. Well, hey, man, I know people are fired up, and congrats on the Tila's primary. I don't know how much you had to do with it, but I think you should get all the credit.
Absolutely.
I don't know about all that, but I appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. Have a good one. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully
okay.
We'll see you soon.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll see y'all.
That's Jimmy.